G'day Big Lap Bible, I'm Alex from Now or Never, and we're going to show you through our 2021 JB Gator-X. So we'll start at the front here, we'll work our way around, and then we'll pop inside, show you what we got going on in there. So up the front, DO35 from Cruise Master, pretty much industry standard these days. Great hitch. All good vans pretty much have these, or the DO45, the bigger one. Two 9-kilo gas bottles, LED light for hooking up in the dark if you're ever doing anything like that. Big toolbox. This has a fridge slide in it. We don't carry anything that needs a slide at the moment. This is just miscellaneous stuff, just our mats and a few other things. Most people will use that for a generator, but we're trying to not use a generator, so we don't carry one with us. Here we have our tunnel boot that runs the whole way under the bed, access from either side. Our power inlet, our water inlets for our 2 water tanks. Now we have 2 85-litre tanks, or 90, I can't remember now, but 2 tanks, so we've got just under 200 litres of water. And up the back we also have a same size but grey water tank. Outdoor shower, we don't use that one all that often, but it has been handy on a few of those beach stays. Getting out from the beach, the kids are covered head to toe in sand, you know how kids are. Another just storage area that also has access to the Truma instant gas hot water system. This is a fantastic unit. Because it's instant gas, as soon as you flip that switch, you've just got to wait a few seconds and you have hot water and continuous hot water. You don't have to wait for your hot water unit to boil up and then you've only got that amount to use. So we absolutely love this thing. It just does waste a little bit of water as you're waiting for it to heat up, but that's okay. Kids bunk windows, they're a really good size window. A lot of vans have a small bunk window, so we're really happy with that. The kids have got plenty of light coming into their area because it can be quite a dark area in there. Another LED light up there. We don't really use that one. We don't really come out this side of the van at night, so that's good to have if we need it at any stage. Come around the back here. One thing we opted for was the Fiamma 4-bike bike rack. Originally we were intending on having 4 bikes on it, 2 for us and 2 for the kids. Currently we are only running around with 2 kids bikes. Couple of reasons. One, we just never got around to getting bikes, and 2, when we had the van weighed, we were so close to our weight limit, it was sort of not really an option. So one day we might get bikes, but we'll have to shuffle some weight around and make room for it weight wise if we're going to do that. But the option's there, so that's good. Firewood holder up the back here. There's no firewood in it because we used it all last night. Had a nice fire here. 2 jerry cans with the bolted on jerry can holders. Gear bag, dirty gear bag. We cheaped out. We bought a cheap one. Poor man pays twice. So we were doing a bit of a rough track a couple of months ago and it actually broke the plastic buckles on it. So in hindsight, we probably should have spent more and got a better quality one, but I've fixed it up, it'll do for now. Okay, so the awning side of the van. At the back here, we have our door for our toilet cassette. This little hatch is our entertainment unit and our airbags. So this is my favorite thing about this van, having airbag suspension. So all of the sites that we've stayed at so far in the 4 months that we have been on the road, we have not once not been able to get level. It is so easy, just rocking up to site, backing in, dropping your airbags until you're level, and we are perfect every time. So I absolutely love the airbags. We also have just our stereo control if you want to use it from outside, a mount for the TV bracket, and just your 12-volt outlets, and a 240 GPO if you've got the inverter on. 2 outdoor speakers, 2 lights up there. So those lights have the orange and the white lights in them. So the orange light, obviously when there's lots of bugs, like last night, we put it on the orange lights, and those bugs tend to not hang around quite so much. The suspension is the Cruise Master ATX suspension. Like I said, we absolutely love it. It's amazing. Coupled with the Cooper tires, it's a great setup. It's good to see van companies putting good quality gear on and not cheaping out with the tires and stuff like that. So we're really happy with that. Just a picnic table. That's just another space for everyone to put all their stuff, and it does get full all the time. But it's good to have there. Just the other side of the tunnel boot. So that we just use that for all of our chairs, tables, awning, ropes, stuff like that, hoses, everything goes in there. And this toolbox here, that one has a slide as well, and that's where we keep our barbecue. We have our Weber in there, you've got your gas bay in it there, and it's just a nice, slide it out, you've got your barbie ready to go. All right. Oh, the awning, I nearly forgot. Okay, so 13-foot Lux awning. Unfortunately, Domestics weren't available at the build time with COVID and everything. Quite difficult. So we've got this one. It's doing the trick. We've had to fix a few things, but it's all right. And we also added the anti-flap kit. Now we got the Aussie Traveller anti-flap kit with one curved rafter in the middle. When we started this journey, we were not going to have an anti-flap kit. We thought we'd be fine. We saw heaps of other people not run them. First couple of windy nights, where that was it. We went and bought one straight away, and we haven't looked back since. I set it up every single time we pull this awning out, and it might take a little bit longer, but I think it's worth it because it's nice and sturdy. You don't get that horrible noise if it starts blowing up in the middle of the night. So I highly recommend it if you are going to travel full time. Get yourself an anti-flap kit. We also use the Navigator tie down straps. They are really good quality. Metal buckle on them, nice and easy to set up, and they just slide into one of the channels on your awning. And we use ground dog pegs to tie it down. Now those pegs are amazing. They will not come out of the ground. They are so good. We got ours from the Chaos Superstore in Brisbane. Absolutely love them. If you want a good tie down peg, I recommend those. Yep, Erin's tapping this, so I've missed another thing. Clothesline. We don't carry a portable clothesline. This is the awning clothesline that you see lots of people do. We figured out how to do this from watching other people's videos. Highly recommend it. The only downside is you got to roll your awning out to use your clothesline, but we pretty much set up our awning every time, so it's not too much of an issue, but love it. We've got the muck mat. These things are fantastic. Lots of people say, why don't you just go buy a square of grass from Bunnings? It's not the same. These things are fantastic. And the amount of stuff the kids want to try to traipse into the van, it's a must have. Otherwise you're just going to have a filthy interior. We've also got the step muck mat. So that is fantastic. Perfect size for our step. Come on in. Alrighty, so 18-foot van means you compromise on a lot when it's a bunk van, that is. So space is not at a premium, but these guys have done quite a good job with their layout and for storage really. So start off with an east-west bed. It's pretty much the only way you can have it with this size van without losing so much space. So that means we only have one side wardrobe. So Erin has all our stuff in there, and then these overheads, I keep my stuff in one of those, and we've got under bed storage because the bed's quite high for that tunnel boot. So we've got a fair bit of room under there. Now that's where our battery system is located as well. So standard, this van comes with this setup that we have. So it's the EnerDrive 200 amp hour BTEC lithium with a 40 amp AC, 40 amp DC-DC charger, 2000 watt inverter, which is running to all the GPOs, and we've had ours hooked up through the aircon, and the Ibis 4 Dometic aircon does run off a 2000 watt inverter. There's a lot of debate out there about it. It does run, ours works. On the roof, we have 3 solar panels, so we have 540 watts of solar. That coupled with the 200 amp hour VTEC so far has been fine for us. We've never run out of power. Cloudy days it does struggle a little bit, but on the outside of the van we also have an Anderson plug that we can plug in an unregulated solar panel. So we just carry a solar blanket with us. That way if we need that extra boost with charging the battery, we can chuck that out. L-shaped dinette with the telescopic table. So this table moves around, goes up and down. It also pushes down and converts into a bed, but we didn't bring that mattress with us because we don't need to turn that into a bed, so that's not an issue for us. Kitchen area. We opted for no oven so we could have more storage, so we've got a pot drawer underneath there. That coupled with the overheads is enough room for our pantry, and we also use one of the overheads over here. It is tight, but you know, you make do. You just don't buy too much, and you do your weekly shop and make sure you eat what you've got. What else have we got? Coffee machine, must have. Cannot live without coffee. Will die without coffee. So that's great. Fruit basket. Fruit hanger bag rather. We never had anywhere to put our fruit. We're always picking our fruit up and moving it around. So we saw a few other people running a similar setup. Just screwed in a little hook up there. This thing's fantastic. Just forget to remember to take it off before you travel, otherwise you're going to have some bruised fruit. Down here we've also put just a shower rail, and that holds all our shoes. So if we move that, it's a nice neat setup for your shoes, so they're not floating around the floor everywhere. What else have we got? Oh, we chucked a couple of extra magazine pockets up there. They don't come standard. We didn't get those ones from JB. They're just from Etsy. They're fantastic because on my side of the bed, I'm on the far side, I had nowhere to put my phone when I was charging, or just a few little bits and pieces. Fantastic, gives us heaps of room now. Yep, couple more just sort of box baskets up here. They're just suctioned on. That keeps all of Erin's makeup and extra things that she needs to do her thing. And then up here as well, the Akubra hat holder. This thing is great. We just keeps your hats nice and neat. They're not gonna fold up and get creased or anything. Up in this cupboard here, this has all of our controls. So we've got the ePro for the EnerDrive setup, just tells us where we're at. Early in the morning, we're at 62% battery, and we are putting in not much charge because there's a bit of sun over, but that thing doesn't take much to charge up. That'll be fine by the end of the day. Our gas hot water system, just use your buttons there to change your temperature. Control for the water pump and the AC, and then you've got just your tank gauges. So like I said, we've got 3 tanks, 2 water and 1 grey water. So that just shows you what they're sitting at. Okay, microwave, range hood, our Fusion stereo. Over here, my second favourite thing of this caravan, the Tetford 274 litre compressor fridge. So not 3-way like a lot of vans used to have. Everyone's sort of heading towards the compressor these days, and it is fantastic. It runs so efficiently and so cool. A lot of the 3-ways struggle in the hotter climates to keep everything cold, but this thing has so much room. It's unbelievable. It's like a standard house fridge, really. We set up the 90 litre fridge in the back of the ute thinking we were going to use that because we wouldn't have enough room, but it's got beer in it, that's it. Pretty much this is the perfect size fridge. Okay, we got the kids' bunks. They are messy. Kids' bunks were always going to be messy. We don't tidy them for them. They had a little tidy up this morning. They did all right. They normally look much worse than this. Blankets hanging off everywhere and all kinds of gear going on there. So they've got their own USBs, 2 USBs in each bunk. LED light, which has the blue mode on it too, so like a reading light. It's not as bright, so they can have that on at night. And they've both got a Sirocco fan in each bunk, which is good because it can get a bit stuffy in here. It's quite a small area. They don't really get the wind flow sometimes. We also have 2 Sirocco fans on our bed, and love the Sirocco fans. They are so good. We've got the fantastic hatch that just opens right up. You've got your fly screen and then your curtain. Oh, the other thing I forgot over here, Caravan. So we haven't had to use that yet. We haven't been on any crazy dirt roads, but once we get to WA, I'm assuming that's where we're going to hit the bull dust, and we didn't want to not have it. We don't want to risk doing one of those roads, coming into our van and there being a layer of dust on everything. So yeah, can't wait to use that. Okay, combination shower toilet. Now this was probably the biggest compromise for us when buying an 18-foot family van. We really wanted a separate shower and toilet, but in saying that, since getting it and using it, it really hasn't phased us. They've done quite a good job. It's a big combination shower toilet, and you just seem to have enough room. Yeah, we're not really worried at all. So in here, just got your sink, your showers. They put on that towel holder, and then we've just gone along with the fusion lock, added on a few extra things, the basket, the corner basket. We've got other baskets over here. Absolutely love Fusion Lock. Their gear is amazing. We've got the Dometic toilet that has a 19-litre cassette in it, and we carry an extra cassette in the ute. So when we're free camping, we probably and realistically only get 3 days out of a cassette. So to have that second one there, if you're not close to a dump point, is awesome. And then we have the NCE 3 kilo rather, washing machine. It uses a bit of water, but you know, even when we go to caravan parks, we don't really use their washing machines. We're happy to use ours. Might have to do a couple of extra loads, but 1 full load of this is perfect amount for our clothesline. So yeah, very happy with this setup. The other thing is, in a combination shower toilet, we've got our bamboo mat, because there's nothing worse than having a shower. Next person needs to go to the toilet and you're stepping in all the water and your feet are wet and then you're traipsing that through the van. I think that's about it. I probably missed heaps, but I'm always going to do that. So we've been living in this thing for 4 months now. We are very happy with it. 18 foot is comfortable. Would we like a bigger van? Hell yeah. But this does us absolutely fine.
Why did we buy this van?
Why did we buy this van? 1, we had a short turnaround when we decided to buy a brand new van. Pretty much all manufacturers, because of COVID, at that stage we're saying it was a 12 to 15 to sometimes 2 year wait, depending on what manufacturer. These guys said the same thing when we went in and looked at it. Luckily for us, they had a stock spot that they were making a Gator for their yard to sell, and we basically talked them into selling it to us. So we still got to option it up the way we wanted it, and it's awesome. The other reason, we have a Ford Ranger. Now, we're big on weights and making sure within our legal limits, and we didn't want to buy a massive van and then not be able to have other stuff in the ute, and then, or even just being overweight and that risk of not having our insurance cover us if we have a crash or something goes wrong. So they are the 2 main reasons why we got this van. We are very happy with it so far. We've had a few little teething problems, but it seems to all pretty much be sorted now. And yeah, we are quite comfortable in this van. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that tour, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and you can check us on all our socials. Cheers, guys.